All right, very good afternoon. Welcome down again to Soft TV, the singer-songwriter series. Your man FGL here today, and with me, co-hosting this afternoon is, of course, Peter Hoff. Let's say hi, Pete.
Shibaluba.
All right, it's a brand new year, and this is actually year number 3 for, after the revamp format of Soft TV with yours truly hosting. And we had some good times. We had some great acts in the past, and we've got another 3 fantastic acts this afternoon. But before we get to the acts, let's talk about soft movement. Okay, the soft movement. We've got a lot of things coming up this month. In fact, this week, I should say. For tomorrow, what have we got tomorrow at the Hard Rock Cafe?
We've got Soft in a Hard Place, and we'll be featuring 7 Soft TV acts on stage at the Hard Rock Cafe in the evening from 7 till 11. It'll be rock and roll.
That's right. So we've got all those Soft alumni, at the Hard Rock Cafe tomorrow evening. And of course, this evening we got other Soft alumni. Irfan Reyes is at the Esplanade, and so many things coming up. So big one.
With Flame of the Forest.
That's right, Flame of the Forest as well. Lots and lots of ex-Soft alumni, doing their thing. And of course, we've got Rai Fu, who'll be doing her showcase tomorrow at Hood. You're probably wondering, who am I talking about? Rai Fu, right? You're going to know in exactly 30 seconds. 30 seconds. First of all, we got Oligarchy coming on at the end of the day. Jason Lee, another one of the fantastic up-and-coming young singer-songwriters, coming on just a little bit on. But at this point in time, please put your hands together for our first artist this afternoon, Rai Fu.
Hello, this is Rai Fu. It's actually Rie Fu. It's R-I-E, but everybody gets it wrong, like Rai or Ri or Rai, or it's fine. I'm not offended. I'm just happy that you invited me to this program. I just recently moved to Singapore with my husband, and just starting out in the music scene here. The first song is from my latest album, album. It's called Soredake, meaning in Japanese, just as you are. Caught in the moment of love, just like you're sent from above. Having each other works best, facing things we least expect. Money-driven people, do they know that their sense of content only lasts for a single moment? Pursuit of happiness that lasts forever. Just as you are, holding on together. We are all born alone, long for a home. Now we have once and for all. You're the one I'm thinking of day and night. Sometimes I feel scared to love you this much. I'll take good care of you. I am low, just as we are, holding on
Let me just applaud that. Wonderful stuff. Welcome down to Soft TV. Welcome to Singapore.
Thank you.
And it's great to have you on Soft TV on the singer-songwriter series. So, let's start from the beginning. How did it all start for you?
It started 10 years ago, actually. I made my debut in Japan 10 years ago, 2004.
Okay.
And I've done like lots of anime theme songs for Japanese anime songs. And so I've been doing singer-songwriter stuff in Japan.
Right.
And recently I made my own label. And so I'm kind of want to try cross the boundaries of, outside the Japanese music market and more of a bigger picture.
Right.
So at that time, my husband's new work started in Singapore. So that's why I came here.
Okay. And I've read up that you've been a professional musician, making music your living for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
So when this was in Japan?
Yes, in Japan.
Okay.
And I was 19 when I first released my single.
All right.
And ever since I've been privileged to make a living through music, and which is a really great opportunity. And
right.
But not a lot of Japanese artists really try outside Japan.
Okay.
They have their own culture, like animation and costume stuff, which I'm not really into. But I think it's a very interesting
Well, I think
culture.
The influence, the Japanese influence, the anime influence, a lot of it's coming over to
Yeah,
Singapore as
yeah.
well.
I
We've
see a
had
lot
some
of
acts
them.
like Deborah Tan and a few other acts who've been on Soft TV, and they've been heavily influenced by the anime thing and all that. And they've come up with some wonderful stuff as well.
Yeah, I met some people who's into Japanese anime here in Singapore, and they're more enthusiastic and passionate about anime than even Japanese people, because it's more of a, different culture, and they're more sort of looking into getting more information about it, whereas in Japan you can get it everywhere. So it's great to meet those people and kind of cross cultures through different aspects.
So coming back to that first song you did, that was sort of your first album?
My latest album, which is like my seventh album.
Wow,
I've been releasing a lot of albums in it's 10 years. So
okay, I'm going to just hold this one up for the cameras right now, and we can get a shot of that.
Yeah, that's my self-portrait.
Seventh album. Look, we got
titled
more
I.
artwork at the back. That's right. The album is entitled I. And what was the title of the song? The album again?
Soredake. In Japanese, it means, maybe you will know, just as it is, or just simply that, or just simple meaning.
So basically, you've used the Japanese theme and change it into English and work along that format?
Yeah, I've always written both in English and Japanese, and it's very interesting how the flow changes. In Japanese, the melody becomes more slower, and in English, it's a more flowing sound than Japanese. So I enjoy the different sound through those two languages.
So give us the gist of the song. What is the song all about?
It's actually about making a new home, or I wrote it when I just got married. So it's about simply making a home, and it's a really pure song about just having each other, and that's all we need, sort of, really.
Viewing life through a very romantic,
Yeah, but not too dramatic. It's like daily life stuff.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Interesting. And I beg your pardon. I'm sorry, I didn't know you had 7 albums under your belt. Well, but apparently you are quite underground cult. Have a cult following in Singapore already. A few softies, a few other people I've spoken to, they do know who you are, and like, okay, wow.
I was very surprised, and not many people know me, of course, here yet. But I've sang songs for animations like Bleach and Gundam and some other stuff. So I think people know me through those.
Yeah, and I believe you've got quite a big following in Japan.
Yeah.
And also judging by the number of YouTube hits that you've got,
Yeah,
by
I guess
the thousands,
doing it 10 years, things accumulate, and I
Right.
guess you get into that sort of career progression eventually. But I think I really need to push myself always to do new things all the time, and coming here was the best opportunity to do that.
Okay, that's excellent. Okay, well, we want to hear more stuff. So what's the title of your next song?
I'm going to play a song titled London. I studied in London for 4 years, and the song is about London. And later I want to perform a song called Singapore.
Okay, very
wrote it
cosmopolitan of
last
you.
year
Yeah.
when I just moved to Singapore, and I want to play those two songs because the song about London is like really it starts with the air was dry in London, and it has that cold crisp air and the light, and Singapore is quite the opposite, very humid and hot and sun.
It's definitely hotter. Yeah.
So I kind of want to show
I
the
know what you mean. I'm
contrast.
very familiar with London. Been there countless times.
and an Arsenal fan? You
Oh
are?
yeah, it's fanatic, and everybody knows I'm a big Gunners fan. So London, one of my favorite cities around, and for the second time out this afternoon, we have Raya Fu.
No, it's Rie.
I beg your pardon, Raya Fu with London.
But that's a very cool accent. Just saying. The air was dry in London. I was on the bus to Holborn. The orange light upon the hours getting in my way. Everybody's saying, what you gonna do afterwards? What you gonna do after you graduate? Dry in London, I was watching the cars and the taxis that go by. The orange light upon the hours getting in my way. Yeah. Everybody's running, everybody's speeding, everybody's waiting for you. Change of bay, the street, station, buses keep on playing the day. The smell of beers and bottles, roses and regattas, doves and newspapers fly away. And we'll be walking down the river, pretty houses down the street. Look down at the pavement and it's looking back at me. Time goes by so slowly, no long distance cars to play. Yes, you have made my day. Yeah. The air was dry in London. I was on the bus to Old Street. The orange light upon the hours getting in my way. Yeah. Everybody's running, everybody's speeding up, everybody's waiting for you. Get on the southbound change at Waterloo Station. Man in suits all playing the day. The smell of cigarettes on the tip of my hair. Dozen newspapers fly away, and we'll be walking down the river, pretty houses down the street. Look down at the pavement as looking back at me. Time goes by so slowly, no long distance calls to play. Yes, you have made my day. Yeah. Get on the rapid train, I'm running late again, and man, who suits are playing the day. The smell of beers and bottles, roses and regattas, doves and newspapers fly away, and we'll be laughing as we walk on, making plans upon the trees. The wishes come together as we pave a road so free. Time goes by so slowly, no long distance calls to blame. Yes, you have made my day. Dry in London.
All right. Rie Fu.
Yay,
I've got
right.
it. Wonderful. London, my favorite town, definitely. And you know, but before we instead of talking about London, what I want to do is actually talk about Tokyo, where you grew up.
Right. Okay.
And how was the music scene in Tokyo?
The music scene is very. I mean, after coming to Singapore, I realized Singapore is still a very young market, but
right.
Japan is quite old and formulated sort of market. And you have these sort of J-pop, so-called J-pop genre,
Right.
which people write songs
Okay.
that are easy to sing in karaoke's or that will be good with animations or good with TV drama. So I think there's actually more political side to music than just
really?
purely art in terms of mainstream music.
So how did it start for you? You started in the clubs?
No, it was very a strange story.
We're all ears. Yeah.
I was like super shy. I never thought I would like sing in front of people, and I really like to draw and paint. So I was preparing to go to art school in London. I was making my portfolio, but I got stuck and thought, what's the point of making artwork? Nobody's going to see it, and like teenage stuff phase. And then my brother started to play guitar, so I, stole it from him and started just playing around with the chords. I didn't really know anything about chords, and but funny enough, all these songs started coming out, like 30 songs in 1 month. And I think in a way, because I was frustrated with artwork, all those frustration came out of music, which can be delivered to more people than just one painting. So I sent a demo tape to a record company, and they liked it straight away. And that's how I started my career. So it was very fast.
So your first public performance was in London rather than Tokyo?
Sort of, yeah. Well, my college started at the same time as I made my first debut.
Okay.
So, I started performing in London and Tokyo maybe around the same time.
Okay. Seeing you mentioned that you were very shy and whatnot, So what was your feeling the first time out on stage when you had a really listening audience? How do you feel?
Oh, I was just terrified, and
really?
Now I'm after 10 years, I'm just starting to get used to it. So
really? I thought
at first I was very shy and I didn't speak anything. I just sang and just like dashed off the stage, and so I guess the performing side, I'm starting to get the hang of it just recently.
And I guess you had an appreciative audience. You didn't get booed, so.
Well, the fans that are in Japan are, they've been coming to my shows since my first album. So, yeah, they're very loyal and nice fans.
Lovely, lovely. Okay, let's move on to song number 3. And so, can you tell us more about the song? What do you?
Okay, so now that I've played London, maybe I'll play Singapore.
You'll be doing Singapore.
Yes.
And since you're going to change guitars, we can chat a little bit more while you're doing the change, quick change. And what was your inspiration for writing Singapore?
Singapore, straightforward.
Yeah, okay.
The specifics. There was a specific scene that inspired me.
All right.
Which was the East Coast beach, and I went there in the evening for a walk, and I thought it was a land on the sea because there were so many cargo ships and there were lights on them, so they looked like city lights. All across
at night. They're nice at night.
Yeah, and
in the cold light of morning, you see that they're cargo ships.
Yeah. So I almost thought,
from the
So I thought that was a really unique scene, and that really defines Singapore in just one scene, which is like a port for different cultures to cross over, and that also means people and memories and dreams. So I kind of thought of this song from that scene. And also this song is half in Japanese.
Okay.
And here they speak Indian, Chinese, and many languages mixed.
And in Japan it's just one language.
Yeah, of course. And of course English you speak, which I don't really understand yet. It's very difficult. And so I thought I would mix my own language to show the diversity of the culture of Singapore. So I don't think people would understand the lyrics so much, but it basically means the hot, humid air and crossing cultures and people, their dreams and passions coming and going, and just a place, a hub for those.
No worries. We've got Peter-san to do the translation later on.
Okay.
So, all right. Without further ado, you're ready to do it? Without further ado, for the third time out today, this is called Singapore.
つくような太陽に My skin's never dry, so I can't argue why 焼きつくような眩しさに My eyes open wide, it was taking me high And all the way線の待ての The light shining bright, I was spreading out wide 様々な人種や生き様が この港で交差する And all the way you're sailing ここまで You've been waiting 情熱 新しい場所まで 運んで 教習の念さえも湿った空気に溶けてゆくさまざまな人種や生き様がこの港で交差する And all the way you're sailing ここまで You've been waiting 思い出も新しい場所まで 運んで
All right, that was great. Thank you, Rie. That was great. This is Peter coming back to Soft TV. I've stolen the microphone away from the big guy because I've got a couple of questions for Rie-san myself.
Good
So,
accent on Rie.
Thank you. Yeah. So that's actually the second song by a Japanese artist I've heard about Singapore. The other one is
really?
by Shonen Knife. I don't know if you know Shonen Knife.
Yeah, of course.
So they have a song
Wow,
called
I should check it out.
Singapore. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the feelings are very different though, but that's a very heartfelt feeling, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, sort of mellow-ish feel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. I'm afraid I can't do the translation of the vocals, although Farid suggested maybe I could, but we'll have to buy the CD and take a look.
Yeah, and it's basically about what I talked about, the port and the culture, cross-culture country.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. I wanted to ask you a little bit about some of your other albums because you've got 6 albums. Do they all kind of have a feeling like what we've heard today, or did you try different things on different albums?
Yeah, I tried different things in each album. My first album was, I just started off not knowing even the chords, so it was really pure album. But just like all the first albums, everybody say that it's the best album, or, you know, the most
It's your whole life until that point. Yeah, that's right.
So, yeah, the first album was like that. And then after the second album, I tried to sound more J-poppy and, you know, tried to make songs that would suit more to animations. And so that became more poppy. And then I went to, I collaborated with a DJ, a track maker. And I added the acoustic sound with the beats, sort of not like EDM, but sort of organic, electric, sort of a hybrid album. And then because I was in London, I didn't have many artist friends in Japan. So after I got back to Japan, I started collaborating with different musicians. So I made a session album after that. And right after I made my own label, I made an album called Bigger Picture because that's where I wanted to aim at. And the album cover, I like made my hair blonde and like a sort of like a, what do you call it, duck sauce, and the haircut. It's like a really Elvis sort of hair. Yeah, but I heard in
Pompadour or
British English you say duck sauce.
Okay.
I don't know if you're allowed to say that. Anyway, so I tried different images, different sounds, working with different producers and creators. So it's been a really colorful adventure.
Okay. I read somewhere, or I heard somewhere, that you are a big fan of Karen Carpenter, and you did some tribute music to her.
Yeah. I made a Carpenter's cover album 2 years ago, and that has been my first kind of shocking experience listening to music. When I heard her voice, I was like, what is this? And I started trying to sound like mimicking her voice as a little girl, and that's the beginning of my singing. So
well, this last song definitely from time to time you could really hear Karen Carpenter shining through your vocals, even when you're singing Japanese. So
great.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm really glad to hear that. Especially the lower tones, I want to sound like her, soothing, deep, soft sound. So that's been my first inspiration.
Okay. I'm actually very curious also to find out how you manage cross-culture, because maybe I wanted to know how do your fans outside of Japan perceive the Japanese singing? I mean, do people like to hear Japanese even though they don't understand it?
Yeah, that's a mystery even to me, because I've been talking to J-pop fans here, and all these artists they say they like they're all singing only Japanese. And I was like, well, you don't understand the meaning. Why do you like? And I guess they're more interested in the sound and like I said, the Japanese language has a very different sound than English or Chinese. So maybe that sound is more, that's what they like, even though they don't know the meaning. So.
All right, that's interesting. I also wanted to sort of explore a bit about Japanese artists performing overseas and working overseas. I know that, for example, Matsutoya Yuming has performed with Procol Harum, and then on the other way around, you get someone like what's her name? Automatic. So she sang. Utada Hikaru. So she was kind of like you. She had a international upbringing, and she went back to Japan. She had a career there. So do you see a lot of those?
Super big star out there. So I think people have different styles, but in a way, Japanese culture and Japanese music is more of a entertainment than music, like costumes and dancing, and so I think there are more sides to the performance than the music that the Japanese music culture is unique about. So I'm not like that. I'm just like, I want to try to be more down to earth type of artist, and just simply challenge with my voice in music.
You mentioned collaborations you do in Japan. Are you seeking collaborations outside of Japan, perhaps, with some non-Japanese musicians?
Yeah, and this recent album, I collaborated with a Swedish singer-songwriter, Maya, and I went to Sweden and wrote with her, and that was just, meeting her itself was a really exciting thing. So, I definitely want to collaborate more.
Fantastic. Well, now you're in Singapore, and I think you'll find lots of people you can collaborate with. We've got, of course, Deborah Tan, who we mentioned earlier, who lived in Japan and is inspired by anime. There's a guy like Irfan Rais, who is a multi-instrumentalist, multilinguist, and he's a very interesting guy who's performing tonight, of course. We mentioned that. He's very into world music, so I think you'll find a lot of people.
Yeah, give me some names, and I want to get to know them. Okay.
And maybe now it's time. I've asked a lot of questions. How about we hear some music? So what's your next song coming up?
So I'll play a song called Life is Like a Boat, because that seems to be the most known song of me, even though not many people know me, but one of the songs that people know me about. So it was a theme song for Bleach, an animation. It was released 10 years ago.
And you've got the word boat in your name, I think.
Oh.
Your family name.
Wow, how did you know that?
It's
Yeah, and I think in Chinese character it's the same, like a ship or boat. My surname has that word in it. Yeah, impressive that you know that character as well.
Okay.
And I never thought of that, so connecting it with this song.
1, 2, 3. Let's kick off the jams.
Kick out the jams.
Nobody knows who I really am. I never felt this empty before. And if I ever need someone to come along, who's gonna comfort me and keep me strong? We are all rowing the boat of fate. Waves keep on coming and we can't escape. But if we ever get lost on our way, the waves would guide you through another day. 遠くで息をしてる透明になったみたい暗闇に思えたけど目隠しされてただけ祈りを捧げて新しい日を待つ鮮やかに光る海その果てまでNobody knows who I really am. Maybe they just don't give a damn. But if I ever need someone to come along, I know you would follow me and keep me strong. 人の心は移りゆく抜け出したくなる月はまた新しい周期で船を照らし出す And every time I see your face the oceans heave up to my heart You make me wanna strain at the oars and soon I can see the shore. Oh, I see the shore. When will I see the shore? I want you to know who I really am. I never thought I'd feel this way toward you. And if you ever need someone to come along, I will follow you and keep you strong. 旅はまだ続いてく穏やかな日も月はまた新しい周期で船を連れてく 足を襲うけどそれも素敵な旅ねどれも素敵な旅ね
Wonderful stuff. Am I on? Yes. As I was saying, wonderful stuff, fantastic stuff. Let me quickly ask you this question. You were influenced by Karen Carpenter in terms of performance-wise. How about, in terms of songwriting? Who were your major influences?
I'm a big fan of Joni Mitchell and Kate Bush. Or,
Okay.
sort of more original songwriters who has their own very unique style that nobody's heard before.
Plus meets world music and
Yeah, and more sort of honest songwriting. Also Carole King. She's like a big legend.
Lovely.
So I'm a fan of songwriters who are more storytellers and
All right.
has their own unique sound and also their lifestyles. I'm actually I studied painting in London, so I like to paint as well as create music. So yeah, so Joni Mitchell is like my hero.
Lovely. Okay, so basically you've got your 7th album out, and you've got it out in the Singapore market as well.
I hope so. Yeah.
Okay, and what do you hope to achieve? With the 7th album, what do you hope to achieve musical-wise, and
This album is very colorful, theatrical in a way, vivid album. So I want to reach out to audience outside Japan as well, and I'm also writing new songs for the international market. So I want this album to be a step towards the next level and a bigger picture.
Well, we hope to say, and I wish you all the success as well.
Thank you.
And I believe that you're going to start off your Singapore leg with a showcase tomorrow to launch the album as well. This is going to be at Hood Bar.
Yes, in Boogies. And this is going to be a gig as well as a songwriting workshop. So I'm going to talk about how I make my songs and my inspirations. And I kind of want to communicate with young songwriters here as well.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, I hope you will get a good turnout tomorrow as well. Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah, we have got our own thing going on with Soft TV, so unfortunately we won't be able to attend your showcase, but next time definitely, yeah. Yeah. So let's move on to the next song. You'll be doing 6 songs for us altogether?
Yeah, or as many as the time. As long as the time is okay.
Yeah. So tell us then, what about this is song number 5, and what are you going to play for us?
Maybe on guitar, maybe.
All right.
I wasn't really thinking of the set list, so.
Okay. You can do whatever you feel, you want to do. And I've seen you play keyboards, obviously, and classical guitar, and now an acoustic guitar, string guitar. How many instruments do you play?
Piano and guitar.
Okay, just 2. All right. And please tell us about your next song.
This song is called Tiny Tiny Melody. It's a very melodious song about just purely enjoying the time of songwriting and just capturing every moment and weaving it into a song. I know that everybody wants to be what they wanna see. 泣き止んだばかりの空、地面はまだ雨で湿ってる。I know that everybody wants to be what they wanna see. 悔しい思いばかり君に会えずにいるからもう疲れたもうダメかもしれないそれでも顔を上げて届けるのは誰かの言葉じゃない自分の言葉で Oh, the sweetest, sweetest melody Oh, in this tiny, tiny melody Oh, the sweetest, sweetest melody surrounds me You gotta say it so they can hear it Anytime you want to say it Know that everybody wants to be somebody for somebody else 理想郷はどこにあるきっとこの気持ちの底にもう疲れたもうダメかもしれないそれでも顔を上げて今ここで後戻りはできない泣いても笑っても Oh, the sweetest, sweetest melody Oh, in this tiny, tiny melody Oh, the sweetest, sweetest melody Controls me忘れたことすらかすかに見える Sweetest, sweetest melody Oh, the sweetest, sweetest melody in this tiny, tiny melody. Oh, the sweetest, sweetest melody. Oh, the sweetest, sweetest melody. Oh, in this tiny, tiny melody. Oh, the sweetest, sweetest melody. Oh, the sweetest, sweetest melody. You gotta say it so they can hear it. Anytime you want to say it. Sweetest, sweetest melody.
Lovely, lovely indeed. I've noticed a lot of your songs are very melodic, very, full of feeling. And I guess that reflects basically your inner self. Am I right to say that?
Just as I said, I like to paint, so maybe the color I see. I like colorful melody.
I've also seen some slightly quirky, zany aspects of you. You mentioned earlier about the pompadour hairstyles. You had this one shot of you with a really big hairdo.
Oh yeah, that was
what
my
was that
recent.
all about?
I made a cone, like a construction site cone head with thread and some red stuff, and that was because as a painter, I've been painting construction sites, cranes and men at work, and those sort of big sites, and I've been fascinated by different construction sites around the world, and I like to see
And that's why you had that video of you
right.
performing in a construction site on the
in front
13th
of
floor
a
or
big
something.
construction site, and I'm really fascinated by the scene that is growing and moving constantly, whereas normal landscape is like nature, it's very still. But I see like a really organic movement in construction site as a landscape art. So that's my weird passion.
Yeah, I've got to admit, this is my first time hearing an artist being influenced by construction sites. But yeah, wow,
Yeah, and there's a lot of great construction sites in Singapore. So I'm painting Singaporean construction sites recently.
Well, you will have a lot of influences here. Yeah. We get construction sites everywhere, so
yeah, and you can feel the energy of the country growing, and it's a very positive vibe from that construction sites.
Okay, all right. So you mentioned that you're going to do 6, maybe 7 songs as well.
How many songs?
We've done 5 so far.
Okay.
Yeah. So tell us, we are here to hear your music, and do tell us your next song.
The next song is called Butterfly.
All right.
I wrote this with Maya in Sweden, and it's also in my latest album. The album is also available in iTunes worldwide, so you can check it out on iTunes store. And this song is about beautiful women or men spreading their wings and flying out to achieve their dreams. So it's like a song to kind of encourage them and give them strength to fly, sort of. So it's called Butterfly. All right.
Reasons why, even though letting go, feel like
All right, butterflies indeed. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. And it's such a fantastic chance for us to have to sit down and listen to your music this afternoon.
Yeah, it's a
Fantastic
great
stuff.
chance to
And as you know,
come here.
soft.com and Soft TV, we've got a lot of young, up and coming musicians, a lot of young followers.
Yeah, it's great that you're supporting those.
Oh yeah,
inspiring
it's our
musicians.
sacred duty to
Amazing.
to promote.
And it's a great scene. It's a great scene to be supporting, of course. So much talent out there.
Which actually brings me to the next question. What kind of advice do you have for all the young up and coming singer-songwriters?
I would advise it's a very important thing in the first stage to choose whether you want to be an artist or a performer, because or an entertainer, because those two are very different. Artist, you pursue your own art, and entertainer, you try to do what people want you to do and what
That's a
people
very
expect to
very
see.
good poignant way of putting it. So, I would put you in the artist category. Am I right to say that?
I would like to
Yeah.
be, and
And I am more into the entertainer category.
Yeah,
I
and
wish
you
I was going more,
you get
leaning
more
more
money
to.
out of that, so it's all
I
good.
don't know about the money, but but yeah, we know all about it, right, Pete? Yeah. Mike Spinks, you should watch this and you should learn from it. Anyway, yeah. So, what's your final word on your piece of advice?
Advice or
Advice,
message,
anything of
I just like to say my name is Rie, not Rai or Rie. But anyway, I just want I appreciate this opportunity because
You're
it's
very
like a
welcome.
proper, first occasion online to
Okay.
do stuff to the audience outside Japan. So,
And again,
forward.
I humbly apologize for not being able to get your name, the nuance of your name and the pronunciation correctly. It has
No,
been
it's very
an
tricky.
embarrassment for me. And I know Pete is never going to let me live this down.
No, I just appreciate this opportunity.
No,
and,
our pleasure.
thank you.
It's wonderful having you on the show.
Thank you.
And do tell, how do we get a hold of your albums?
Yes, it's available on iTunes, and
Okay.
my website is riefu.com, riefu.com. And tomorrow I'm playing at the Hood Bar in Bugis, so if you're in Singapore, please come see me.
All right. Can we, get one more song for you for the afternoon?
Sure.
Would you like to?
Yeah.
All right. And what's the title of your last song?
It's from my... Oh, I'm just going to drink this.
And for all of you watching, she is drinking a soft drink. She's not having beer like Peter Hofflich. But that's all right. We're having a first a first on Soft TV. All right.
Okay.
So tell us about your final song of the afternoon. What are you going to do for us?
Yes, it's called I Met You, and this is from my latest album as well. And it's just about, after 10 years of doing the singer-songwriter stuff, I realized meeting people is the core.
And I believe this is dedicated to your lovely husband, Richard, is it?
Not really. It's not.
Oh.
It's not. All the other songs are, but this song is especially
Okay.
not for a wider audience, and about meeting friends, people, meeting you guys today,
Oh.
just meeting
Thank you.
everyday encounters that connect to a new world. So it's
Okay, I'm
called I
sure
Met You.
Richard will have something to say later on, but all right, last time out for the afternoon. Here we go. Rea Fu.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh. Just gotta get my lyrics. Someday, one day, not far away, maybe today, somebody's waiting for you to show them your best smile. Someday, one day, not far away, maybe today, somebody's waiting for you to make this life worthwhile. There was a time when I almost felt but you came along. Now it's time to say that there's nothing else I'd rather do, 'cause I met you. I feel so good, 'cause I met you. I don't feel blue, 'cause I'm with you. Never give up, never give up. Never give up, never give up. Someday, one day, not far away, maybe today, somebody's watching you wherever you are. Someday, one day, not far away, maybe today, somebody's waiting for you to tell them that you care. Oh, what a day to celebrate. I know I needed to learn this way. And now it's time to say that there's nothing else I'd rather do, 'cause I met you. I feel so good, 'cause I met you. I don't feel good, 'cause I met you. Never give up, never give up. Never give up, never give up. Someday, one day, not far away, maybe today, somebody's loving you just because. There is nothing else I'd rather do, 'cause I met you. I feel so good, 'cause I met you. I don't feel blue, 'cause I'm with you. Life is good, 'cause I'm with you. I don't feel blue, 'cause I'm with you. I don't feel blue, 'cause I'm with you. Never give up, never give up. Never give up, never give up. Never give up, never give up. I know that you can turn it around. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Fantastic stuff indeed, Rie Fu.
Thank you.
All right, and any last words of wisdom you want to pass on before we call it a day for today? For this
No,
afternoon?
I just want to say I'm glad that I met you,
Oh,
everybody.
And believe you me, it's been our honors on behalf of Leslie, James, Pete, and myself. It's been such an honor to have you and Richard, in the studio with us today. Fantastic,
Thank
lovely.
you very much.
I think she deserves one more round of applause, guys.
Arigato.
Fantastic stuff, and we wish you all the best for your upcoming showcase tomorrow, and on all your other gigs in Singapore as well. Thank you and good luck. All right, you've been listening to the sounds of Rie Fu for the last hour or so. And
On behalf of Mr. Farid, who's very emotional right now, I think it's time to close off this episode of Soft TV. Coming up, 2 more acts, Jason Lee and...
This is going to come up for the bloopers edition, I know for sure. We've got a funky sounds of Oligarchy coming on later on. But first, in about half an hour or so, we've got the sounds of Jason Lee. We'll stick around and have a good one.